Built in 1903 by producer Daniel Frohman, the Lyceum Theater holds the distinction of being the oldest continuously used legitimate theater on Broadway.
Daniel Frohman was one of the great impresarios of the late 19th and early 20th century, and he decided he really needed to be in the center of the new theater district, and he was going to build a lavish theater for that purpose.
Noted theater architects Herts and Tallant designed a Beaux-Arts theater, both intimate and grand.
The facade of the Lyceum is an extraordinary work of architecture. The three-dimensionality of the sculpture, columns that project out, windows that recede in, a giant mansard roof on the top, and just filled with ornament. And L's for Lyceum, but also the script L was the logo of Louis XIV, and that L continues everywhere on the interior. The Lyceum does not have a chandelier. Instead, it has bare bulbs that are spread throughout the plasterwork so that it gives this wonderful golden haze to the interior.
Above the theater, Daniel Frohman kept an apartment where he could oversee his productions. It is now the Shubert Archive. In 1949, the Shubert organization bought the theater, and in 1974, the Lyceum became the first Broadway theater to achieve landmark status.
It's a jewel box, and one of the criteria in the landmarks law must have a special sense of architectural or cultural significance, and the Lyceum had it. There was no question about it.
In the early days of the Lyceum, plays and musicals came and went.
Broadway was a place where people did shows. They lasted for a month or a few weeks, and they went away. In that early era, it was much easier to earn a profit than it is today.
After the 1946 hit Born Yesterday, starring Judy Holliday, the Lyceum began a run of significant plays that probed the darker side of the human condition.
The Country Girl is a story about a washed-up alcoholic actor and the abusive relationship he has with his wife and how his wife stays with him. There's also A Hatful of Rain, which talks about the challenges that face a family when one member of the family is addicted to drugs.
3 decades later, in 1984, director Mike Nichols placed a call to a downtown artist with a once-in-a-lifetime offer.
The phone rang, and it was Mike on the phone, and he said, "I think I found a theater." And I said, "For what?" And he said, "Do you remember me talking to you about coming to Broadway?" I said, "Yeah, but I thought you were kidding." He's like, "No, I'm serious." And I said, I'm not sure I'm ready for this. He said, "Well, if not now, when?" What's happening, cutie? My name is Fontaine, and love is my game. And when I kiss the girls, hey, they all aflame. Come on, let me kiss your hand. No, the one with the diamonds on it. Those theaters, they were made for a different time. So you get these murmurs of actors backstage, and you'll hear something, you think someone is outside the door, and then you go and look, and there's no one there. And in fact, what it is, they're all haunted.
In 2003, I Am My Own Wife, written by Doug Wright and directed by Moises Kaufman, came to the Lyceum.
I Am My Own Wife tells the story of a German transvestite, real-life German transvestite, named Charlotta von Malsdorf.
Charlotta von Malsdorf!
She wasn't a drag queen, she was a transvestite, so she looked like a 70-year-old Jewish man wearing a dress.
And then came the wall, and for us here in Eastern Berlin, it was finished. Gay life.
And what's fascinating about Charlotta is that she survived 2 of the most horrific regimes of the 20th century and managed to maintain her sense of self.
The Lyceum Theater, with its rich history and lavish design, inspires artists to express their unique vision of the world.
As a working playwright director, it has been incredibly rewarding to have my work on Broadway. And it has been incredibly rewarding to see that people are hungry for work that challenges them, that is rigorous, that encourages them to pose questions, and that illuminates some aspect of how we live as social beings.